Your frosting looking a little bit rugged. A little bit.
Chocolate.
Fine, shall we say.
Stand still! Look, I don't know what the hell kind of game you're trying to play here, but I'm much too tired for this.
Puka. Nice, roundy.
Shut up!
Nice popos?
Shut up!
You say talk.
No, let's go!
Lumen. Lumen.
Excuse me, I was just looking for Stan.
Said, hey.
See what's going on here. All right, cool, exciting news. Got my Stone Omnibus today, so I'm gonna take a peek at that live. I was gonna do pre-record, but I'm too lazy. I got too much other stuff going on. Don't want to do the edits, and I am enjoying a Monster Pipeline Punch. Well, look at this. I cracked the box. I have not checked out the content, so hopefully it's not embarrassing. Hopefully it's not damaged or nothing like that. So let's see. I see Jay Ryan is here. Rick Saylor, what's up, bro? Crazy Matt is here. How you doing? Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna get to this. Cool. Yeah, it came in this pretty standard box, for a trade. It is I would say, yeah, it might be the same size as the Cyberforce Omnibus that came out for Volume 1. I'll actually grab that so we can check that out. So yeah, let me flip this around, check this out. I don't know if you guys ordered it. The Portacio had it on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. I was not aware of the Indiegogo, so I backed it on Kickstarter first. That might have been where it originally launched first. But I know just like 2 weeks ago or so, he had barely charged the shipping on it. So let me flip this around. And I think that's set up okay. Yeah, it's set up right. All right, so I got my, got my packing slip here. Looks like this was fulfilled by something called Anomaly Productions in Laguna Hills, California. So I'm assuming that's a fulfillment center of some sort. And so yeah, there it is in the box right there. It's okay. It's pretty close to being flush. It is protected by, wrapped, bubble wrap. Put that down here. Top and bottom, not so much, but it doesn't really shift in there, as you can see. So it was still protected in the box on the edges sufficiently, I would say. So I'm not too concerned about that. No loose product in there. Let's see what's in here. So we get our stone right here. Okay, get the power of stone. Very cool sticker right here. I think this was a cover to issue 1. So you got a holofoil sticker, very nice. And then an Ashcan. I don't remember this at all. So this is a Kickstarter exclusive Ashcan. Very cool. Very cool. Little thank you letter from Haberlin and Whilce. And it looks like it's just pretty much a sketchbook, probably. But I dig this stuff. A lot of times I will grab books because it does have this type material. That Savage Dragon Volume 1 that I got has, I mean, it's probably 1/3 of the book is bonus material, so that was pretty cool to see all the really early 90s Dragon concept stuff for villains and for Dragon and all that. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Mostly it looks like pencil here, and then yep, a fully inked piece here. I don't think this is Whilce's inks. I think this might have been what was his name? Jerry Allen Guillen. I believe passed away during COVID. All right, so we got this stuff here. Let me get this out of the way. All right, so here it is. Let's see, we got the dust jacket on it as well. You know, I actually don't rarely check these. It's pretty cool. I really like this design to the book. Yeah, this is very, very cool. All right, I'm not going to dissect this too much. I'll do that on my own. Really just want to do this and take a peek at the artwork here. So I'll get back on there, guy. Get back on there. All right, yeah, so yeah, if you guys back this, you probably already got, I think that this was actually an attempted delivery last week. I had to go to the post office and grab a few packages, so. And of course, this thing's not going right back on. You know, maybe I'll just pull it off for now. I think I will do that. Let's go just pull this sucker off. All right, so anyways, dust jacket, super cool, cool illustration. I'm assuming this is probably for conventions, probably for a sketch of some sort. I know that they already had these at a few shows. I think that LA Con, they had them at. Then you get a signed card here, Whilce and Haberlin. I have many, many items signed by Whilce, so I know that signature. Yeah, he did pass away. So yeah, they got Jerry Allen Guillen right here. Dedication page. He might have inked most of this actually. Looks like Danny Mickey, Joe Eames, Ed Tadeo, and Ali Seacat as well. And these are cool. So these were original covers to Stone 1. This was the Silvestri cover. I don't know. I feel like Mickey did the heavy lifting on this specific piece. I mean, he went very kind of darkness on it back in the day. I remember seeing this. I actually passed on this one. I think I ended up grabbing this one, which is rare. Anything with Mark. I just kind of felt like it just, well, you know, there was a lot more work that went into this piece comparatively on the two. So yeah, this is cool. So yeah, part 1 of 4. I'm not really sure. This does look like it does not look like Whilce's inks. So I'm gonna assume it's Allen Guillen's inks on this stuff here. And these are early. I don't recall what year these came out. It was prior to 2009. I know that because I was seeing these books when I was still in California. So, but yeah, really interesting designs. He does have a few characters that remind me a little bit of like, I don't know, like Beta Ray Bill. I think this is a self-insert. This really feels like, this looks like Whilce to me. So, but yeah, anyways, yeah, we're just gonna check out the art here for a minute, and then I'll reattach that dust jacket. But yeah, everything here is top notch. I mean, even by today's standards, the art and the coloring is pretty awesome. So, And I won't make this video too long. I did just want to kind of crack it open, take a peek through it. I did not stick with this title. This one of the reasons I was so excited to get this thing is that I think I only own maybe 4 issues of this series, and reading the description on the crowdfund on this, I was not aware that they did as many books as they did of the Stone series. So yeah, some of the artwork too reminds me a little bit of the that mini series that Whilce did, that Human, Non-Human, or whatever it was called. I did a video on that one too, so if you want to check that out, you can go back to my old videos. It was some other indie thing that he illustrated. It was like toys with like human spirits and things like that. Got some AI elements. Yeah, Jay Anacleto. I forgot the book he was working on at the time, so they must have utilized his popularity at the time. I think the book was called Aria. Might have been called, I think it was Aria. Really, really pretty book, pretty colors, cool art. Prior to him drawing like this sort of realistic style, though, I do recall he sort of had a Nick Manabat / Whilce kind of look to his lines. And then he went full like kind of photorealistic, and I actually prefer his artwork, this style. I think he came up in Whilce's Philippine studio that he was running. Yeah, this stuff is really cool. Again, Whilce is a master of dropping core shadows and working outside of it, letting the colorist do a little bit of lifting, but really establishing the contours of every figure, and a lot of nuance, a lot of different things going on in there. Yeah, so this thing is loaded. There's a lot of material here. I think I can grab this Cyberforce book. Let's compare it. So size-wise, okay, I'm going to keep that page there. So here's the Cyberforce Omnibus, and they're pretty close. This is the Silvestri one. This one looks like it probably has maybe 2 months or 3 months more of work in here. But I mean, that's pretty impressive that Whilce actually created this much material versus, what was it, 6 or 7 years of Cyberforce by Mark. So, and this was not a very popular series too. That's why it's pretty cool to see it now too. So a lot of this stuff is fresh to me. Yeah, great layouts, great art, great colors. So some of these inks feel like Scott. Like this feels very like Scott. This might actually be early Joe Weems, mid 2000 Weems right here. A lot of those dudes were, Scott Williams is like, they all idolized him. So they all kind of had their own little take on how Scott would do stuff. Yeah, this is very Weemsy too. I know when Alan Guillen was inking a lot of Whilce's stuff, he would do a lot of like deadlining, where it was the line just had a uniform from begin to end. There wasn't a whole lot of TPing or tapering at the end. Almost rapidograph kind of a look to it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I know Haberlin, likes to paint, do a lot of stuff. Wasn't too keen on this. I remember this one coming out. Cool idea, and very early digital too for comic stuff. So it was cool to see. Just a line art guy. So, and of course, another thing Whilce does, the giraffe, the giraffe next. He does that quite a bit actually on a lot of his characters. I don't mind it. But I also don't mind the 18 heads tall, females of the 90s work too. So I've just always kind of dug that stuff. I know it's kind of crazy compared to realistic proportioning, but yeah, this feels like an Alan Gann page right here. So like a lot of the fade in the cheekbone, you can see there's like a hard edge there. Not a lot of grayscale working in through the tapering at the base of the black. And I feel like that was more of a Jerry thing. He would just sort of stick to what Whilce put down on the page versus, you know, like a Weems or whoever would actually kind of work it in and give it a little more smooth approach into the solid black shaded area. So, but yeah, this thing's it's already super cool. All right, I'm gonna skip a little bit here because I know some of you, I don't want to ruin it. I'm sure a lot of you back some of this stuff here. All right. It's this weirdo right here, man. He draws these characters with these like crazy heads. Yeah, again, this feels like that non-human miniseries that I did the art for inspiration video on. Yeah, his layouts are really cool. One thing he's doing though, I'm noticing, I'm not seeing any like traditional 4-ups or 3-ups or design-wise. It looks like it's essentially free-handed layouts. Most of this stuff is not a lot of ruler involvement going on with these pages, and it's kind of cool, but I'm starting to notice that like maybe he just didn't want to use a ruler for some reason on a lot of these. Usually when I think of these sort of panel work like this, when it's very jagged, a lot of brush work and stuff, this feels more like chisel tip. I don't know, even paintbrush maybe. But it has a very flat edge calligraphy sort of angular look to it. And I usually think of that stuff during like fighting pages, like someone getting hit or thrown through a wall, things like that. Stuff to break the fourth wall, where they can expand outside of it. But it seems like he's using it just for your standard panels. Like this sort of thing here, I think it can kind of lose, if you had a bunch of 3-ups and 4-ups going on here, and then you hit this one, this is like the exposed, like the OMG panel, but everything is the OMG panel. So it kind of, it kind of misses the mark for the gotcha moment. Still cool though. Still cool. Yeah, these are all very interesting. Man, I would hate inking these borders right here. These things are like going all over the place. Definitely have to bust out a French curve on some of these edges here. These don't look free-handed. They look like they kind of curve up, out, almost like the edge of a blade and going in, and they kind of curve in towards the edges as well. So, pretty interesting. Yeah, all right, so here's another stone one. So I'm assuming this is maybe volume 2. I don't think I ever seen this. So yeah, this is all new to me. Feels very Wetworks. I'm not entirely sure about who inked this stuff either. There's a lot of noodling and broken line stuff going on in here. So I don't know, maybe if he was going for some of that Travis Charest Wildcats thing, like maybe that was hot at the time when he was penciling this and he was just trying to incorporate it, or if it's just, an inker just playing with it. We got our bookmark tapestry. I'm just going to leave that where it's at. But yeah, this thing is thick. Look at it. So I'm not even halfway through this thing. And I've skipped actually quite a bit of quite a bit of pages. So. Yeah, well worth it. Well worth it. There was quite a bit of a wait on this. Like I said, I know I was a little concerned because I wasn't seeing anything about shipping. And then they finally sent out the PayPal shipping invoice. That was nice. I was like, all right, finally this thing's coming out. You know, because all of this is old material. This is all stuff from, you know, again, I think probably 06, 07-ish maybe. And I'm not sure about any of this stuff here. I feel like I've seen this on a shelf, though. I don't know why I skipped it over if I did. Yeah, I'm just going to skip some of this. Yeah, cool designs. And again, the colors, it's cool, too. One of the cooler things about this is, even from the beginning, the coloring in this series is crazy consistent. And this was not recolored. These are all the original color files. So all of the colors they use here, the purples, the gray blues, the turquoise, they continually use it through the book. And that's really cool to see that. Top-notch colors using the same, very similar palette. I do notice a difference in some of the skin color choices used, but I think it's an upgrade. The earlier pages, these ones are rendered like a lot of drop shadows of things like bangs and cheekbones and stuff. And the earlier pages, I think, were a little bit of cut and grab going on, but they weren't diving into the eye sockets and the nostrils and stuff like these pages are, where you can see the soft shadows and where they came in and darkened it up a little bit. A little more TLC put into the coloring on these pages but I mean, that would make sense too. You know, there's probably 3 years, I'm going to assume, between the beginning and then this issue here. These character designs are pretty sick too. That's sick, and it's so good. All right, I'm skipping chunks of like 20 pages here. So yeah, these are fun. All right. So anyways, let's see. I don't want to ruin anything towards the end here. Still Whilce, still pretty cool inks. My artistic eye is not really picking up who the inker is on majority of this stuff. This feels like a fill-in. This might actually not. This might be somebody else. It feels like Billy Tan. I'm not sure. Reminds me a little bit of Billy Tan. I'm pretty sure this is not. Yeah, this is not Will. So I guess this is also going to contain some stone stuff that he probably just provided covers for, possibly layouts. Yeah, this feels like Whilce. This not so much. All right, so you get a cover there. Design sketch section. Let's see. This is about it's about a third, little over a quarter inch of paper. So it's probably, I don't know, 40 pages, probably 30 to 40 pages of sketches maybe. So these are cool. I didn't know he's getting this because again, you get that it already, I guess, so I guess because of back in the Kickstarter, so it came with this ash can here of a lot of pencil sketches, and then you also get material in here. I think this is recycled though. I think this one was in here as well. Yep. And then you get the line art to the cover. So it looks like he penciled it this way and they flipped it horizontally and inked it this direction. It's interesting. And these characters are fun. I'm not really getting a vibe though with this book with like what genre it'd be. Like it doesn't feel like fantasy necessarily, and it also doesn't feel like sci-fi. So I'm not really sure. Genre. I think I'd read something before though that he was doing something with some Filipino culture. What do you call that? Like in the States, we got like the Jersey Devil and Bigfoot, stuff like that. I think he was incorporating some of those type characters into this series. So I forgot what that's called. There's a word for it. It's a pretty cool sketch right here. Yeah, you get to see a lot of them in the beginning, but not a whole lot. Oh, okay. So you got some Sony animation pitch sketches here for some of these characters. And some more sketches. Looks like con sketches like Sharpie and all that. Yeah, it's going to take another read through. I'm going to have to go through it again and check out to kind of figure out a little bit of who some of the stuff. So sneak peek at future Stone designs. So yeah, these are pretty cool. Yeah, you get to see some different character designs for stuff. I guess they're through. So I'm going to, at this point, I'm going to assume the crowdfund on this was pretty successful. So they're probably going to do another crowdfund for the next floppy, at least, installment. I'm going to assume, because yeah, they did the Kickstarter and the Indiegogo, and it, you know, they might have pushed 6 figures. I'm not sure. I didn't check what the indie did, but yeah, if I knew the indie was, I mean, I would have just backed it on there because it would have already, you know, charged the shipping. So yeah, these are cool. I really like this a lot. Super cool. Get some background. Oh, so these are environments created by Jerry. So Jerry on game, Whilce's old inker. Yeah, these are cool. That's nice that they included those. All right, and then it ends with this piece right here. All right, so yeah, guys, that's that. I just want to do a quick little review for you. And again, it comes again with this. I'm gonna carefully put this on. It's very, very taut in this area, and yeah, I could even see in here where maybe it was cut exactly to spec of this. Like there's not a lot of breathing room. So it fits it nicely. Just as soon as you pop this thing off, it's very hard to get it back on. So I'm going to end it right there. And thanks for checking this out.